Well, last year, one of the winners from 2 years ago approached me and said that this was a fantastic experience for him, that it helped him improve his oral communication skills and it made him think more about his research. So I decided to try it too.
I pulled up the form about 6 times and didn't fill it out. I was definitely on the fence. I think that's why I kept pulling up the form, because I'm like, if I'm reluctant to do this, I probably need to do it.
It kind of challenged me to think about how to tell my story to a wider audience without any jargon and within just 3 minutes, which is quite challenging. And I would say that challenge itself kind of drew me in. But EYP kind of made me think deeply and most honestly why my research should matter to others, especially outside my domain.
I'm in epidemiology, so in epi it's very important that we know how to talk about people outside of our field about what the research is and why it is important. So it really helped me think about what the important parts of my research was and how to communicate it to a broader audience.
I work in philosophy of science. I specialize in philosophy of physics, and that made me appreciate the impact of my work more and how important it was for me to be able to communicate the impact of more basic theoretical research, which is valuable knowledge, but I think we're undergoing a period as a society of reassessing what knowledge is valuable to us, and it's really important to be an active part of the conversation.
So in EPI, we not only have to communicate with our peers and with our colleagues, but we also have to communicate with the people that give us money. So in NIH, there are a lot of people where we have to pitch our grants, and they literally decide if we get funded or not. So we think public speaking and science communication is a very important aspect of EPI.
Just for interviews right now, I'm interviewing for postdocs, and sometimes we're so involved in our research, we forget the 1 minute, 2 minute pitch where, hey, this is my idea, this is what I'm doing, and these are some of the results I have, and not just skipping right to results, assuming everyone. So I think that process is really helpful to have that cohesive, short narrative of my research that I can use in an interview, and I have used it in interviews.
But what I didn't anticipate was how useful EYP would be to future academic audiences. So I had the opportunity to give a presentation at the Santa Fe Institute, which is a research institute of people of many different backgrounds, all interested in different areas of science. And I was in a very similar situation, right? Where I had to motivate, one, why my project is interesting, and two, get people on the same page who may have had absolutely no exposure before. So even though the EYP talk was only 3 minutes, that made for such an effective introduction that I could then build off of for the rest of my talk.
You truly have nothing to lose and you have a lot to gain about the experience. You gain expertise, you create networking, and you can even get a prize. The process is not too burdensome, and I would definitely do it again.
Other than the many advantages that I shared of how participating helped me even just outside of this competition, it was just really fun to meet other postdocs. I think one of the challenges of being a postdoc is there's less of a sense of community, and this was a great way to just feel like I am part of a particular community here at Johns Hopkins.
I'd say just don't overthink. Just sign up and don't take it as a competition, rather as a storytelling workshop where we get to learn how to tell your own story, refine that, and most importantly, I'd say you get to listen to a lot more amazing stories from the others. So that's the most important part.